Hello students, in this class let us try to understand limitations of Ohm's law. Next we'll discuss meaning of ohmic devices and non-ohmic devices and what may be a nature of graph of V versus I, that is voltage versus current for ohmic device as well as what the non-ohmic device. Whatever the contents I am going to explain in this class are considered as very important. Let us try to understand one by one. First one is limitations of Ohm's law. First one is limitations of Ohm's law. As per your board examinations are concerned, limitations of Ohm's law is very important, expected 2-mark question. You have to mention some limitations of Ohm's law. What is the meaning of limitations of Ohm's law? We have to list out the situations or devices where the Ohm's law is not applicable. So here, wherever the current is flowing in a conductor, many conductors we come across, when the current is flowing through a conductor, that current in a conductor should be proportional to potential difference. If there exists a linear relation between voltage and current, then only we can say that the Ohm's law is applicable. What is the meaning of linear relation? V should be directly proportional to what? I. And if we plot a graph of what? V versus I, that graph should be linear. That graph should be straight line. For any device you consider. Say for example, X is a device or X is a conductor. X is a conductor. Across this conductor you applied what? Voltage. You keep on increasing the voltage and the current is also changes. How the current should change? If we increase the voltage, current should increase in the same proportion. If you decrease the voltage, the current should decrease in same proportion. So that if you plot a graph by taking voltage along x-axis, current along y-axis, if you plot a graph, that graph should be linear, straight line. If the graph between V and I is linear for any device, then we can say that Ohm's law is applicable for such type of device, and such devices are called ohmic devices. Tell me what are ohmic devices here? The devices for which voltage is directly proportional to current. ಯಾವುದೇ device ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ, electronic device you consider. For any device, if voltage and current are proportional to each other, then definitely the Ohm's law is applicable. Then such a type of devices are called ohmic devices. Then what are non-ohmic devices? Very simple. The device for which Ohm's law is not applicable. Such a type of devices are called non-ohmic devices. For non-ohmic devices, voltage and current are not proportional to each other. If you plot a graph of V versus I or I versus V, that graph is not a linear graph. That graph is not a linear. It may be a curve. Then such a type of devices will call it as a non-ohmic devices. Okay, let me give the definition of ohmic and non-ohmic devices in the next part of this class. But let us now concentrate limitations of Ohm's law. As I said, limitations of Ohm's law are the situations, we'll list out the situations where the Ohm's law is not applicable. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ Ohm's law applicable ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ situation ನ list out ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Those all comes under what? Limitations of what? Ohm's law. Very first limitation of Ohm's law is Ohm's law is applicable provided the conductor should be made up of metal. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ Ohm's law applicable ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If any conductor is nothing but what? Any device through which current is flowing. If any conductor, I see, it doesn't mean that a conductor should be metals. It doesn't mean that conductors should be metals. All metals are conductor. It doesn't mean that all conductors are metals. Got my point? Okay. See, if a conductor is made up of what? Metal, then Ohm's law is applicable. If the conductor is not made up of metal, if it is a non-metal, then ultimately Ohm's law is not applicable. Then what I can say? What is the first limitation? It is applicable. It is applicable only for what? Metallic conductors. It is applicable only for metallic conductors. That is the problem with what? Ohm's law. Ohm's law is not applicable for all the conductors. It is applicable only for metallic conductors. That is the first limitation. Second limitation, Ohm's law is not applicable for semiconductors. Ohm's law is not applicable for semiconductors. Semiconductors ಗೆ Ohm's law applicable ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Okay. Ohm's law is also not applicable for some devices. Applicable for superconductors. Ohm's law is not applicable for superconductors. Ohm's law is not applicable for vacuum tubes. Ohm's law is not applicable for vacuum tubes. And Ohm's law is not applicable for thermistors. I will give some assignment. Try to collect the information regarding superconductors, vacuum tubes and thermistors. Superconductors, vacuum tubes and thermistors. As per syllabus is concerned, nothing to worry with the superconductors, vacuum tubes and thermistors. For your information, you can collect the knowledge about superconductors, vacuum tubes and thermistors. For these devices, the Ohm's law is not applicable. One more problem with Ohm's law is it is not applicable at very high and very low temperature. Ohm's law is not applicable at very high temperature as well as what? Very low temperature. Meaning ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ Ohm's law is not applicable ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ voltage is not proportional to current ಅನ್ನಂಗ. Voltage is not directly proportional to current. There is a improper relation or improper variation between what? Voltage and current. Then only we can say that the Ohm's law is what? Not applicable. These all comes under what? Limitations of what? Ohm's law. You can collect many limitations of Ohm's law. As of now, I feel these four are sufficient for your information. What are the limitations then? Ohm's law is applicable only for metallic conductor. Adunu limitation. Conductor metallic idre matra Ohm's law apply agutte, illandre agalla. And one more thing is Ohm's law is applicable only when temperature should be moderate. If we have very high temperature and if we have very low temperature, in such cases the Ohm's law is not applicable. Next is Ohm's law is not applicable for semiconductors. We are going to discuss about the semiconductors in the upcoming lesson. And Ohm's law is also not applicable for superconductors, vacuum tubes and thermistors. These all comes under what? Limitations of Ohm's law. Then as I said you, what are ohmic devices and non-ohmic devices? What are ohmic devices and non-ohmic devices? try to give the definition. Ohmic devices. What are ohmic devices? What are ohmic devices? The devices for which Ohm's law is applicable. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಡಿವೈಸ್ಗೆ ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಓಮಿಕ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ದ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ is example for ohmic device, or metals are example for what? Ohmic device. And the devices for which Ohm's law is not applicable, the devices for which Ohm's law is not applicable, all are called non-ohmic devices. ಯಾವ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ಗೆ ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅವಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ನಾನ್ ಓಮಿಕ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೆಮಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ವ್ಯಾಕ್ಯೂಮ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಸ್, ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಥರ್ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್. All these are examples for what? Non-ohmic devices. Hope you get my point. Devices for which Ohm's law is applicable are called ohmic devices. The devices for which Ohm's law is not applicable for are called non-ohmic device. And one more important thing is, for ohmic device, the graph of voltage versus current, the graph of voltage versus current for ohmic device is linear. Very important point. Yav graph linear irutte? If we take voltage along y-axis, current along x-axis, plot a graph. Voltage versus current you can plot, or current versus voltage you can plot for which device? Ohmic device. Definitely that graph will be linear. Suppose if you plot the same graph for which device? Non-ohmic device, voltage along x-axis, current along y-axis, or voltage along y-axis or current along x-axis, you plot a graph for a non-ohmic device. For non-ohmic device, that graph may not be straight line. It is a curve. It is for which device? Ohmic device. It is for which device? Non-ohmic device. Okay. So this is the difference between ohmic device and what? Non-ohmic device. If the relation between voltage and current is not linear, then it is called ohmic device. The relation between voltage and current is linear, then it is called non-ohmic device. One more important point let you know here. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, suppose if you take voltage applied across a conductor along y-axis, current flowing through a conductor along x-axis, plot a graph. If it is a ohmic device, definitely that graph is a straight line. Ohmic device, the graph is straight line. Then what is the slope of this graph? What is the slope of the graph? The slope of the graph is called slope equals to what? Tan theta. Slope equals to tan theta. Tan theta is given by opposite side by what? Adjacent side. Which is opposite side? If it is a theta, which is opposite side? This is opposite side. Which is adjacent side? This is adjacent side. Adjacent side is a x-axis. Opposite side is a y-axis. Slope is equals to tan theta. The tan theta is given by opposite side divided by adjacent side. That opposite side divided by adjacent side is given by V by I. And V by I is nothing but a resistance. Are you getting my point? Concentrate here. Slope of which graph is resistance here? Slope of V versus I graph. ಸಪೋಸ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ನ y ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. Suppose if I plot a graph in a reverse. Suppose if I plot a graph in reverse, that is by taking current along y-axis and voltage along x-axis. Once again for ohmic device, this graph is a linear. Once again I will find slope. What is slope here? Slope equals to tan theta. Tan theta is given by what? Opposite side divided by adjacent side. Which is opposite side? Opposite side is y-axis. Opposite side, that is I. Which is adjacent side? V. In this case, slope equals to tan theta is equals to I by V. V by I is resistance. Then I by V is called 1 by resistance. That is reciprocal of resistance. That reciprocal of resistance will call it as a conductance. Reciprocal of resistance will call it as a conductance. Concentrate ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? Slope of which graph? V versus I is resistance. Slope of I versus V is conductance. You have to concentrate whether I is along y-axis or V is along y-axis. If V is taken along y-axis, I is taken along x-axis, then the slope is equal to resistance. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ I y-axis ನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು V x-axis ನಲ್ಲಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, that will be conductance. So I expect you watch this video once again and you'll what? Gain more information about limitations of Ohm's law, ohmic devices and non-ohmic devices. Okay.